You probably want to be more in shape. That's why you decided to click on this video. I'm going to share with you 4 things that if you do these, you'll instantly be able to lose weight and get in shape, because these things just stop you from getting in awesome shape, and pretty much everybody else is doing them. So if you just stop doing these, it's gonna be infinitely more easier for you to move forward. And no, it doesn't involve reading some 100-page nutrition guide or doing a handstand or slapping your butt cheeks or work out until you pass out on the floor. It has nothing to do with that. In fact, it doesn't involve any effort whatsoever. It just involves not doing stupid stuff. Wow, I think that's the longest intro I've ever made. It deserves a like, don't you think? Okay, all jokes aside, smash the like button and let's get into it. Hi, I'm Lisa and welcome to Better Slimmer You, a place where we talk all things health and fitness. Also, make sure to subscribe if you're new. I would love to welcome you to the Foxy family. Also, make sure to watch all the way till the end to get all my juicy tips and tricks. And yeah, stick around. This video might actually be life-changing for you. So the first thing you should do if you want to instantly be more in shape and look a lot more attractive, and again, you don't have to do this forever, just maybe for 60 to 90 days to really see the full effect of this and get the full transformation, for the lack of a better word. So the first thing is, do not keep junk food in your house. Yes, it means no cookies, no Pop-Tarts, no chips, no Nutella, no chocolate bars, Snickers bars, ice cream. You get the full picture. Why, you might ask? Well, it's just because if you have them in your house laying around in plain view, you are going to eat them for sure. It's just a bad idea to keep them in your house, especially if you want to get in shape. Do not tempt yourself. The willpower is very finite and you don't want to use it for nothing. Especially if you want to cut back on calories. It's just really counterproductive for you to keep all that junk and all those like highly processed, highly calorie and very fattening foods right in front of your face. See, when you buy unhealthy food, either out of habit or because your kid or spouse asked you to buy it, or because it was on sale, or maybe because advertisers made it seem irresistible, you end up eating it. Notice how on those days when everything is going well and you have time and energy to cook healthy foods, you are a lot less likely to be tempted by junk food. But if you are in a rush, depressed, anxious, or exhausted, or ravenously hungry, you'll eat anything, especially starchy, fattening, and sugary foods that rapidly convert into blood sugar and lift your flagging energy levels. And you don't necessarily choose these knowingly. Most of us have too much chaos going on in our lives to constantly be focusing on every single bite we eat. That's why the secret is to not exercise your willpower, but to change your environment so that way it works for you rather than against you. That's what all psychologists recommend, and I couldn't agree more with that. It's best to not buy unhealthy processed foods like cake and potato chips in the first place, but if you already have them in your house, for instance, if you live with roommates or parents, it's best to keep them out of your sight and to put healthy foods like fruits and vegetables at eye level. Next, stop going out and cook at home instead. It's a very self-explanatory concept. Not only you will consume fewer carbs, less sugar, and less fat, because let's face it, restaurants like to make their food extra delicious, aka fattening, but you'll also be able to save money while doing it. So by cooking your food at home, you'll consume less calories, be healthier, and save money on top of that. And if you don't know how to cook, remember, it doesn't have to be complicated anyway. Nowadays there are plethora of resources on the internet, all the way from healthy recipes to online culinary classes. I had a problem pronouncing this word, culinary. You get what I'm saying. Trust me, nowadays it's not hard to learn a new skill at all. Now this one is, you might be mad at me for telling you this, but I have to. Check out from social media and focus on you instead. Yes, that means delete IG, Facebook, Snapchat. Where's it old anyway? Okay, TikTok, whatever it is that you like to scroll through casually throughout the day, literally turn it off. At least temporarily. You can leave out YouTube because it actually helps you be better in your life and make smarter choices, but all that other garbage, just get rid of it. Notice how I still don't have TikTok. And my IG, if you look at it, it sucks. Okay, like nobody wants to sub to me because it's so freaking boring. Like my wall is just boring because I don't know. I just like to put all my energy into YouTube, and that's what brings me joy the most, and that's that. Maybe later on I'll focus more on Instagram, but for now it's YouTube life and I'm all about it. Here's why it's so important to do a social media detox at least once in a while. First of all, it's super distracting with all the notifications popping up on your screen all the time. And second of all, you're getting involved in somebody else's life instead of being present and focused on yourself, in your own life, which is a lot more important. There's another factor that comes into play here. Here's what happens when you see a perfect, airbrushed, photoshopped picture online of somebody, some model, somebody that you follow, somebody that you admire. You tend to compare it to yourself. It's just human nature, that's what we do. And studies show that a lot of the times it leads to depression and not being happy with yourself, which ultimately leads to very poor choices. AKA, people start wanting to get plastic surgery, like unnecessary plastic surgery or some other treatments to try to better their body. But instead, they end up getting the opposite effect. And with those unnecessary plastic procedures, a lot of the times they end up harming their body instead of bettering it. Because when you come from that lackful, unsatisfied place with yourself, nothing that you do will come out positive. And trust me when I say this, I have witnessed it in my own friends when they would go and get certain injections done, and then they would regret it and hate it and would not even know how to get rid of it because it already did the damage to their body, and now they have to find a way how to live with it, how to make it better. I don't know, but that's really unnecessary in the first place. You could have easily avoided it in the first place if you just focused on you instead of trying to compare yourself to somebody else online who probably doesn't even look like that in real life. Neuroscientists that are studying the effects of social media on the brain and finding that positive interactions, such as someone liking your post, trigger the exact same kind of chemical reaction that is caused by gambling and recreational drugs. That's insane. Just like gambling or substance addiction, social media addiction involves broken reward pathways in our brains. Social media provides immediate rewards in the form of attention from your network for minimal effort through a quick thumb tap. Therefore, the brain rewires itself, making you desire likes, retweets, emoji applause, and so on. The science is clear. Too much social media can alter your brain chemistry. To put it into perspective, brain scans of social media addicts are similar to those of drug-dependent brains. There is a clear change in the regions of the brain that control emotions, attention, and decision-making. It's a very hot topic, and I would probably have to do a separate video just on this alone, but we have to move on. The last thing that I want to add here is this. Remove friends that have eating dysfunction, because you are 5 people that you hang around with the most, and if the closest friends to you like to eat junk, go out, get drunk, go party, it'll be extremely hard for you to lose weight and ultimately get in shape. Remember, if you don't have knuckleheads in your life to distract you, if you try to stay away from social media drama and gossip, what's going on in Kylie Jenner life is not important, trust me, you'll get by. If you don't have an ego-based materialistic goal in life, and if you stop putting crap in your body that slows you down, you'll be able to get in shape easily by default. If you don't do stupid things, you'll most likely do good things. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, I'll see you in my next video.